Hello everybody. My name is walkingeye, and today I will be running Magic: The Gathering Shandalar. This was a game released in 1997 by Microprose, obviously in association with Wizards of the Coast. And it is a deck builder roguelike. And so the whole thing is we're gonna be a planeswalker. We're gonna be walking around the world, the plane of Shandalar, because it's under attack from an evil uh, person, and we have to save the world. So we're going to go through 5 castles. There's all sorts of quests to do on the way. We're not going to do any of them. Um, yeah, we're going to get right into it. So we're going to play on apprentice difficulty, which is the easiest, and we're going to be a red wizard. I do want to take some time to point out this character creator. This is the most technologically advanced character creator I have ever seen in my life. You get to do all sorts of character things. Let's choose a good one over here. Yeah, so like we don't want that, we want that. Oh yeah, look at this. This is great. We get some fire breathing going on here. We got a skull. This is great. Perfect. We're leaving. All right, let's get into the actual run. Um, so I guess we have a timer. So we're going to give us a countdown here. So let's start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So this is a random seed. So I've never seen this seed before in my life. And we're just going to go. There's not a lot of music in the background, but there's a lot of noises. And those noises are very much of multimedia CD-ROM gaming from 1997. So what we're doing is we are going to cheese this entire thing. We are not interested in playing fair, real Magic as the game intends, or as Richard Garfield intends for that matter. We are going to... Wow, I lost my amulet already. Sometimes there's these overworld battles that we are encouraged to do. We're just going to pay them off. We don't have time for that nonsense. The first thing that we're looking for is we are looking for a Shivan Dragon. Shivan Dragon, giant red creature. We just want a Shivan Dragon. Oh, and we're going to find one eventually at one of these random events that's on the overworld. We are going to have to stop and sell. As we're looking for these random events that are popping up in the overworld, we're also looking for the 5 castles that we will need to defeat. So I'm going to take a second here to actually just edit my deck, sell some cards. There's a bunch of things in here that I don't really need, including all of the cards, all of the creatures, and all of the artifacts except for one. There's a reason for this. Right now it's going to be Earth Elemental in here. Eventually it'll be Shivan Dragon. And I need some food. One of the mechanics of this game is that you need to eat food. Otherwise, you will walk really slow. We have over 1,000 gold, which is good. Because a Shivan Dragon, if we do find a shop, will cost 1,000 gold. And we want to be able to pay for one. Yeah, I don't want whatever it is you're selling there, because it's not a Shivan Dragon. So this run, my estimate's in there for half an hour. I think world record is below 10 minutes. I have certainly had runs regularly below 20 minutes. I've also had runs take an hour and a half. So we're going to hope it's not one of those. Yeah, we'll sell a couple of the cards we just found. Merfolk Assassin. Wow, what a good card. Look at these. Yeah, they're really quality. Part of the problem with these cards is that they're really old, and a lot of them are very bad. We do want to kind of stick to the roads as much as possible because we walk faster on the roads. If we ever run out of food, we will suddenly walk slow everywhere instead of just, in the trees or in the mountains or in the swamps or whatever. And really would like to find a Shivan Dragon at this point. The nerds on the overworld that are kind of chasing me, I do have a limited ability to get rid of them. You can see down at the bottom of my screen, I have these colored jewels. Oh, there's the green castle. We can't go in there yet. We don't have a Shivan Dragon. The one that says 4 and has a little icon there. That is, I don't know, some kind of power up that I start with because I'm a red mage. And as a result, this is going really poorly. As a result, I can risk one of my red amulets in order to delete the closest NPC on the overworld. So we will use that as much as possible to save even a small amount of time. It's a little strip of black. So what I'm doing every time I open the map, I'm just checking to see if I can find a castle on the overworld. No, I don't want that. That I haven't, because the range at which the map is expanded is a lot bigger than what you're actually able to see on the screen. Ooh, there's an event right here. I am not aware of any deck builder roguelikes that came out before this. I think this is the OG, so everybody who's like, oh yeah, Slay the Spire, what a foundational game for the genre. No. Magic the Gathering Shandalar is the real OG here. I will not pay for whatever that is. That sounds like not relevant to the speedrun. Yeah, I guess we'll keep going down here. That's where the road goes. We're just going to go where the road takes us. Look at this bat. Well, I don't have any more red amulets. I lost them all. Ooh, that guy's miscolored. Leave quietly. Always leave quietly. We do not have the ability to fight anything. If we do find the red castle, we can actually face the red castle without our Shivan Dragon and use the red castle to get the Shivan Dragon. But no such luck. No such luck so far. Oh, this lady's going to catch up to me. Yeah. And that sorceress. Take my 40 gold. Oh, wait, there's a thing down there. Shandalar is, for a lot of people, is a very nostalgic game. Not because it was like really good or anything, but because it was a way to play Magic the Gathering in the 90s without any friends or without any money. And so you get to use all of these cards that you'd never be able to open in packs because your parents wouldn't buy you nearly enough packs. And you didn't need to convince anybody to play it with you because you had the wonderful AI. I am using the keyboard to control this, kind of the number pad. I really would like to find a bazaar or the red castle, please. You'll notice that when I did edit my deck, initially they had way too few cards for whatever measurement of deck building you want to use. The game will just fill out the rest of my deck with nonsense, basically, with other basics of random colors. So even though I might be playing all red cards, which I certainly will be, it will. I'm just going to go to the east here and clear out this. Running out of gold too. Yeah, okay, so it's not up there. We'll just double check and grab this little event. Yep. We're walking on water. The collision detection is it's okay. Get in the boat. Nothing. Sometimes the text doesn't show up. That's what you get for running a game that's meant to run on Windows 95 on Windows 10. I do have the notification to upgrade to Windows 11, like ready to go. Wait, no, I don't want to sell those. I want to put those in my deck. That's a very scary prompt for me because I'm afraid that this game will just never run again. So my plan later is to just upgrade to Windows 11 so that I never can play this again. We're running low on food. Buy a bunch of food. They just keep showing me. Oh no, I have to duel this Undead Knight. All right, so this is going to be your first glimpse of the dueling interface here. I will just concede. It looks a lot like Magic Online, which is not a compliment at all. If anybody's played Magic Online, I'm not talking about Arena. I'm talking about Magic Online. I actually want that card. Every single battle that you do here also involves ante, just like, the good old days where you would lose your cards when you lost. Hey, I found a shop. Hold on to that. That'll be worth money someday. However, our deck is pretty precious as far as the cards in it. If we lose the Shivan Dragon, then we'll have to find another one, for example. All right. I am very upset about the state of this. Leave the village. Okay. We so far have uncovered 75% of the map, and we have only found... Here we go. We found it. We found the bazaar. All right, so we're going to get our ship and dragon. Everything's good. We are thankfully able to buy quite a lot of cards here. Yeah, I'm going to take 2 immolations, and then I'm going to buy a bunch of lightning bolts because we have a lot of gold. Can I buy another one? No, I can't. All right. The run can begin now. So we're still looking for castles. We're going to go back for that green castle. We're going to not worry about that right now. We still have to find the other castles. So we can ignore these overworld events. We are going to stop in a village at some point here to edit the deck. Newsflash. What are we getting these news flashes on exactly? Come on, castles. In case you're wondering what a world record run would look like, all of the castles are just right next to you. And you just go in them and you beat them the first time. Because that's right, we are not going to beat them the first time. Look at all these nerds coming out of the woodwork trying to fight me. All right, let's go edit our deck now. We'll put these in there. And then we're going to sell the 2 fire breathings because they're redundant on our Shivan, and we're going to get rid of this earth elemental as well. Yeah, that's great. All right, there's the White Castle. Everybody likes White Castle. He's got some burgers. We're going to go inside the White Castle. All right, our first castle of the day. Yes, enter the castle. Castles are randomly generated every time you enter. And castles are filled with enemies that you have to fight. So you can see there's a knight there. There's an elephant man there. And there's these dice. So you can see the dice says you get Shivan Dragon. That means that I rolled the dice and I get to start the game with Shivan Dragon in play. And that's how we beat all of the dungeon. We're going to avoid everything except for the castle boss. And we're going to start with Shivan Dragon in play. And that's the whole thing. We're going to pick up these jewels. And there it is. There's the Sainted one. Here we go. Start the duel. Each of the different castle bosses are terrifying. They all start with 30 life, which is a terrifying amount of life. We do have this immolation, which can be used as like an offensive remove spell. It gives +2, -2 to a creature. We are not going to use it on Mesa Pegasus because Mesa Pegasus is their only creature currently, and they have balance. And they could easily kill us with balance. And unfortunately, if they have balance here, we are in big trouble. Yeah, I can't do anything here. This is real bad if they have balance, because they're going to block here. And then they're going to untap and cast balance. No, they're going to cast Armageddon. Everything's fine. Oh, I held my breath there. And we'll just attack again. And we win. We get 3 cards. We don't care what they are. We have all the... We can only get white cards from the White Castle. All right, that's 1 out of 5. Everybody's breathing a big sigh of relief, especially me, because that took a while. I do not want to fight this Vampire Lord. Thank you, though. So yeah, Balance and Geddon are the big ones from the White Mage. White Mage is not too scary overall compared to some of the other ones, and we'll address what the scariest thing is that we see from each of the castle bosses as we go. All right, so I lose my Eternal Warrior. That kind of sucks. I like Eternal Warrior a lot. A lot of speedrunners will board that out. That gives vigilance to your creature, which makes it so that you don't have to actually tap to attack, which means you can block with it. And more importantly, it means when you're fighting the blue wizard, you can still attack even though they play stasis, because they have stasis. Where are the castles? Game, please. Want to buy castles. We will eventually loop back around for that green castle. I am worried there's a little spot in the northwest, like to the west of the White Castle, that I didn't notice until just now. I'm hoping that doesn't bite me. Let's get back on this road. Yeah, there we go. We're cruising now. There's the black castle. You can tell. Oh, and the red castle. We're going to go to the red castle first because our deck gets a lot stronger after the red castle, and the red castle is generally easier. So going to the red castle. Red castle, the thing we really have to watch out for is burn. So there are some situations where we'll take that +2, -2 immolation, and we'll use it on our own dragon just to get extra damage in there. We will not be doing that here. Here's another feature of the castles. There's these little question mark scrolls. They're trivia questions you have to answer. I happen to know the answer to this off the top of my head, so I don't have to look it up and look like a fool. All right, so here we go. So here's our conundrum. We can see the boss. It's the Dragon Lord. I think you can see my mouse right over here. So we got two nerds kind of blocking our path. So we're gonna have to fight one of these lesser ones, but we're only gonna fight them if we actually can find enough dice to justify fighting them. So I'd really like to find at least 2 more dice here, please. And we can't. There's literally no more dice. There's a chance that there's more dice. No, there's not. All right, so we have to leave the castle and then re-enter it. And that's the whole thing. And we just do this until we actually get a good roll on the castle. My PB, as it were, of castles is 35. I've had to do a castle 35 separate times before actually getting it. If you do run into a dice and then you run into a different dice and it doesn't say Shivan Dragon at the top, that means you do not start with Shivan Dragon in play. So right now I do not start with Shivan Dragon in play, so I cannot fight the Dragon Lord. All right, Dragon Lord's here. We got the dragon. Dragon on Dragon Lord. We're going. Start the duel. We are just going to get rid of the Brothers of Fire right away. We only have 15 life. Usually we start with a lot less, but we got a couple of power-ups. Those other power-ups stay. Oh, listen to the sound effects. All right, so that sound effect was from the land they just played, Gem Bazaar. This is like, you can see the Gem Bazaar. As it comes into play, choose a random color, add to your mana pool 1 mana of the last chosen color, then choose a random color. So this is like, I don't know how many of you nerds out there are arena players playing Alchemy, but this is like, there were digital only with digital only mechanic cards in Shandalar long before there was Alchemy. So they are tapped out, and so we are gonna go. Celestial Prism doesn't tap by itself, right? So we are going to use Immolation offensively purely because it deals lethal right here, and then nothing else can go wrong. We're gonna pick up an extra Shivan Dragon. We are going to pick up, where is it? An Eternal Warrior. And I think we have room for 1 more. The limit on card quantity is 3, by the way, which is why I didn't pick up just a bunch of other stuff. Newsflash, Black Wizard something something, we're closing it. All right, we got to go edit our deck, so we'll stop in this village. I don't want this island. How did this island get in there? I mean, there's going to be islands in our deck regardless because our deck is too small, but that's okay. All right, we're into the Black Castle. This is Castle 3. Castle luck so far, gotta say, going pretty well. Ooh, we got another trivia question here. Which costs 1 white? I don't know. I'm guessing it's reverse damage. Any magic knowers in the chat? It is not reverse damage. What's Seeker? Oh my god, there's so many cards named Seeker. It's not Seeker. It's got to be Black Ward. It's Black Ward. All right, so I'm a person who's pretty good, and I got a couple of friends in the chat that can verify this. That's pretty good at knowing magic cards, just like having an endless well, a nearly endless well of magic card knowledge. I cannot, for the life of me, remember these cards because they're so bad, and there's no I would never play against them. I would never use them. They would never come up in search. The only time they come up is during this stupid game. And it's just, no matter how much I play this game, I still cannot, for the life of me, remember the answer to all the trivia questions. They are partially randomly generated. Oh, okay. How many dice do we have access to? We have access to 3 dice here. I am guessing the boss is right here. So we're going to fight this nerd. Now, this is the Black Castle, so it's a little bit dangerous. Not because of the weakness. That's fine. I don't mind the weakness. Because of Paralyze, which is a card they can have, which will tap my nerd, and then things can just go real wrong from there. So we are going to win as quickly as possible. Now, as long as they don't gain life. Okay, so you can see how things went wrong there. So the question is, I actually have a second Shivan in hand. I can kill their Shivan. I think I have to. We're going to try to get out of this, even though we're almost certainly not going to get out of it. But we have the second Shivan in hand. Did you have to animate it again? Was that necessary? Oh, this is embarrassing. We're going to get booted from the castle here. Yeah, we don't have time. Concede. All right. I am unceremoniously booted. That's okay. We lost a Giant Strength. Giant Strength is just kind of a bonus card. It pumps us 2 permanently for 2 red instead of just temporarily with our fire breathing. So it's kind of nice. But as you can see, things can just go bad, especially with terror floating around. So we go back in. Oh, here's the Greater Lich. All right. Greater Lich has Carrion Ants. So the thing we're really worried about from the Greater Lich is Dark Ritual and variations thereof. Is the big thing. This Carrion Ants can get pumped very, very quickly by a lot. We're going to spend Lightning Bolt here instead of Immolation. Really? Wow. All right, well, we get a Dark Ritual out of their hand. I'll take that. We're going to Lightning Bolt that next turn. I don't want to use the Immolation because they do have Will of the Wisp, which is a flying blocker that can regenerate. Yeah, Dark Ritual that. And like, if they get the Will of the Wisp and their AI ends up correctly, ooh, a second Immolation. That's nice. We will certainly use this on this nerd. We want to keep the board clear just because our life is so low. And they do have pump spells with X. Oh my god, our deck is so good. And I miss lethal there. So exclamation mark punt in the chat to add to my punt count. But we'll just finish it right here. Look at that text. All right. We beat the Black Wizard after getting booted from the castle once. All right, so we know where the green castle is. We're looking for the blue castle. And that'll be fine. Once we find the blue castle. What nerds there are in the overworld looking for you are based on what castles are left. And so we'll mostly just see. I don't care what has banding. Is it War Mammoth? No, it's not War Mammoth. It's not Bird Maiden. It's not Nightmare. It's got to be the War Machine or the Centaur. Windseeker Centaur. It's not the Centaur. It's the War Machine. Yeah, see? Why would I know what that card is? Like, there's absolutely no reason. Like, searching for EDH decks, searching for, building a cube of terrible cards. It's too terrible even for a cube of terrible cards. Oh, you're taking my Lightning Bolt. Everything's very bad in this game. You can see. Don't want to be in this village. All right, come on, castle. Come on, final castle. But if you are a fan of deck builder roguelikes, you can actually go through and like play this game, but for real, and do the quests, and it's quite entertaining if you're a Magic fan in general and want to play super old school. Okay, thank goodness. The blue castle's over here, so we'll go to fight the blue wizard, and then we'll leave. We still have the ability to lose a Shivan Dragon because we do have 2 in our deck. Which is very nice for marathon safety purposes. So even though we didn't get the early red castle strat where we go and fight the red castle with an earth elemental. All right, we actually got a pretty good roll here. We get right to the Astral Visionary. So like I was kind of mentioning before, they have a lot of scary cards. We're just going to bolt that right away. I tapped, thank you. They have stasis, which is terrifying. They have I believe Boomerang, which bounces our dragon, which is completely unfair in my opinion. They also just have like Ancestral Recall to draw a bunch of cards. So they can definitely, they have a lot of twiddles, so they like to tap us down. They have Black Lotus because, you know, why not? Yeah, use that Black Lotus to play a 1/1 flying and gain a life. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't gain a life. So they're just going to be able to block us forever while still chipping away at our damage, our life total. Oh, and they keep gaining life. Please don't kill me. They also have Unstable Mutation. Oh, they have Time Walk. Right. Who can forget the classic Time Walk? Oh, there is Mana Burn in this game, by the way. So we're just going to attack. We're not going to pump right away. And then we are going to play Shivan Dragon. And get it countered. Because why not? Right, of course. And they gain a life from that. Wonderful. That's a 10/10. Okay. So I don't think we're winning this game. We came close. Rip. Well, that was funny. Anybody ever lose to a Leviathan before? From a person playing Time Walk? All right, we're going back in. We're doing it again. God, this game is something else. We're going to check back there for some dice. Now, as far as speed strats, you can see I kind of checked the right side of the castle before going over and beginning to check the left side of the castle. At this point, if I were like grinding down a PB, I would have just left and regenerated. Because the time it takes me to walk back to the left side of the castle, it would be better spent just regenerating and getting lucky. All right. We're back in here. All right, we have Eternal Warrior. We're going to start with Eternal Warrior and not with killing this Zephyr Falcon, because Eternal Warrior is going to hold off the Zephyr Falcon for quite a while. And in the interest in using all of our mana, we're going to cast this Eternal... Let me tell you what I think about Counterspell. All right, we're going to... Tapping red. Selecting target creature. All right, this game is looking much better just because I have this Eternal Warrior. The board is clear. All right, everything's okay. One more attack should do it, and I have a removal spell just in case. I can still get twiddled here. So we're going to choose attackers first, and then we're going to pump. And there we go. All right, and we even know where the last castle is. It's to the north here. Can we walk across this water? No, we can't quite walk across the water. Well, that was an adventure. I really want this nerd to leave me alone. Yeah, we're going to sell a couple of these cards just to make sure we have food and everything. So we're coming up on the penultimate battle here. Look at all these nerds fighting me. Get out of here. Plenty of food. We're just going north, right? No, we need to go a little west. I thought we needed to go a little east. My bad. Leave the village. Staying on the road as much as possible. I think we just need to turn north at this point. No, we don't. Absolutely not. So this version of the game, there's actually multiple versions of this game. This version of the game I actually got on archive.org. They just have this as like, oh, you're taking my lightning bolt? Rip lightning bolt. They just have this available like as an ISO to download. This is a version that was like re-released in the year 2000. So there's a couple of extra cards from what was originally released. The speed run doesn't change at all. Because in the old version, Shivan Dragon was the best, and in the new version, Shivan Dragon's the best. Oh, and my other lightning bolt. They're really softening me up here for the what's he called? He's a druid? Is he a great druid or a greater druid? There's some kind of modifier on Druid that we're fighting in the end here. All right, this castle looks pretty good. We got long hallways going deep to the back. And we got a lot of dice. That gives us a lot of visibility, not a lot of enemies. We just have this one trivia question to beat. Which of these spells have toughness 1? I think it's Scavenging Ghoul. I think Savannah Lions is a 2/2. Scavenging Ghoul. We're going to double check here. No, it's not Scavenging Ghoul. Is it Savannah Lions? It is Savannah Lions. I am very embarrassed by that. I thought Savannah Lions was a 2/2. All right, we're going after the Great Druid. See, Royal Blue Wizard knows. It's not even a blue card. Start to blue. We are going to start out by immolating these Llanowar Elves. If anybody's played Magic against Llanowar Elves or Birds of Paradise, you know you want to kill that thing as soon as possible. The thing that we're really worried about from the Green Mage is a bunch of auras that will pump his creatures beyond our ability to deal with. And so they scale largely off of the number of lands they control. So the fact that they've not been able to have mana to power them out, sort of like that, has been great for us. We keep the board clear as much as we can, so they just have nothing to do. And this is coming up pretty good here. They're not doing anything, so we're just going to attack for lethal. All right, we've done it. We've beaten all 5 mages that were corrupted by the evil Arzakhan. See, we have defeated all 5 wizards. Shandalar is free. Prepare to face the final challenge. Your battle so far will banish the evil planeswalker Arzakhan for 0 years. That's not good. We didn't really do a lot of questing or anything. Each life it loses in the final battle will banish it for 10 additional years. Good luck. So it gives us a chance to edit our deck with some epic music. They have 100 life. Arzakhan's got 100 life. We've only got 10. We don't get to start with our Shivan Dragon in play. They get to start with a Black Lotus, a Celestial Prism, and they just okay, that's not the strongest Black Lotus play I've ever seen. We're just going to concede. Time! The run's over. We are destroying to Arzakhan because you don't need to beat him in order to beat the game. So there it is. We have protected the plane of Shandalar for the next negative 30 years. The people rejoice. Life is good. So not only did I not protect the plane of Shandalar, but I have retroactively made the previous 30 years of their lives worse. And that's what speedrunning is all about, really, is making people's lives worse through speed. So we get some stats at the end here. You can see in the bottom left, city saved 0. Cities recovered also 0. Quest record 0 out of 0. 6 out of 7 as far as matches. The original developers, I think, intended for you to play more than 7 matches of Magic. Our goal is to play less. We only want to play 6. And so you can kind of see stuff. The game does have, there's a lot of power-ups down here. The only one we had was the Staff of Thunder because we started with it. Occasionally you'll pick up one of them. The green one, the boots here, if you can see my mouse, is pretty good if you happen to pick it up. It's got a cool journal system, which is impossible to click on because it overlaps the done button. But this will tell you where you've gone and stuff. I acquired spell Orcish Catapult, and then I acquired spell Arena, and you can see kind of my journey throughout the world here as I go through it. So this game is better than it seems. If you're playing super casually, if you're playing just as a speed run, it's a lot of RNG. You're better off playing Diablo 2, in my opinion, which should give you a pretty good idea of how much RNG there is. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to hit the done button now in the top right, and that's it. It crashes to desktop. So you can see my desktop here. I have a recycle bin. We can just move this right into the recycle bin. I don't want to play that anymore. All right. Thanks everybody. I think we can cut the stream now. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the marathon. That's it. Am I gone?